Rats.
Welcome back to another video by myself, Now Got my YouTube, and today we are back on with the My View On series. I deleted a video last night called My View On Men's Mental Health, and it wasn't because the video done shit, it was because the video actually turned out crap. Like, the video, you couldn't see my face after 4 minutes, and you couldn't hardly hear, so I thought I'd redo it. This is basically my view on mental health. We're going to start off with talking about some common ground facts, and then we're going to go into a special guest who has his view on men's mental health, and then we're going to finish off with ways to cope with your mental health. Just to clarify, I am not a doctor. I'm just a person who's experienced it myself, and this is my view on it. Like and subscribe. So, what we're going to do is going to lay down the common facts and ground rules basically for men's mental health. It's not looked upon in this country enough. Like, it's really not. If you look at the statistics, in comparison to females' mental health, it's really, this needs talking about. That's what I'm saying. 1 in 3 people in this country has experienced suicidal thoughts due to stress, and that is mind-boggling. The fact that a man, or any person, but especially in this case a man, can result to be thinking like that. I experience it. I experience suicidal thoughts, so I'm one of those 3. And there'll be a lot more people who'll be thinking about it, but most of them don't really want to talk about it. And I completely see that. Because it's a hard thing to talk about, hard thing to get off your chest, and it's a very sensitive subject. Also, did you know 1 in 4 men feel not able to speak to friends or family when they're stressed? 1 in 4 people. That is mad. That is really mad. And I know it's hard to talk about your problems to people because it shows a kink in your armour. It may portray you are weak or a coward, but it doesn't. You're more the man by talking about your problems. You're more the man to show emotion. That's the stereotype. People instigate men when they cry. They're either cowards or pussies. You're not. You're more the man for crying, because you're unravelling all these emotions to get out the system to make you feel mentally better. Now we're going to carry on quickly to the NHS, right? There is a system in the NHS called talk therapy. Now this is only due to referrals via the GP, or if you've asked for it. So men are only 30% of the NHS's talking therapy referral scheme. 38%, 62% are women. Now you may think, it's 14% different. Is it 24% difference? But still, that's 24% difference. That is mad. That is really mad. And yet, 78% deaths by suicide are male. 144 people a week die from mental health. That is, it's hard to get your head around. It really is in this country, really hard to get your head around. It's the biggest killer for males under the age of 45, and that's going against cancers, heart attacks, it's going against drug use, alcoholism, that's going against all the factors of death. Suicide for males under the age of 45 in this country is the biggest killer. And this is why I make these videos, to acknowledge and to try and educate people in what's going on. We need to break the stigma and break the mould in talking about our problems, because more people are going to die, and I want to reduce that number. Even if it's by 2 or 3 people, I want to reduce that number. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got a fellow person, one of my closest mates, and I hopefully he's one of yours, Luke McKenna, and this is his take, his view on men's mental health. So please show some support.
Hello, my name's Luke McKenna. It's a pleasure to be on Now's YouTube Rants. The subject I'd like to speak about is men's mental health, and by that I mean is men's mental health is really unspoken about compared to women. And some people might seem that as sexist, and people have their opinions on what I'm about to say, but this is my opinion, this is what I believe in, and if people have a problem with that, well, that's your problem, not mine. What I believe is men's mental health is really unspoken by, because men have like some sort of like emotional guard. You're not allowed to show emotion, you're meant to be this tough, strong man that's meant to look after his family and everything. But in reality, some men have like problems, like some can't see the kids because of their wives, some people can't like work because of some disability, and that causes mental problems. You can't leave the house because you could be like paraplegic without help, you know what I mean? And basically what I'm trying to say is, on an average, there's 150, round about that area, men that kill themselves from mental health issues and suicide. And not many people know that. Yes, people can share things on Facebook and it only takes 2 minutes, but it takes a real person like now, for example, to do what he does and explain what he does. But I want to do it from my point of view, as someone that has his own mental problems and has dealt with them and moved on from them. Just open up. It might seem hard, and I understand that, but sometimes you just need to speak to someone, even if it's just your mum or your dog. At least getting it out helps a lot. It's a lot more than you believe. Like, if you know me, I'm not a very talkative person when it comes to my feelings, but believe you me, it helps a lot. Trust me. That's all I have to say. I can't do a long video, but yeah, enjoy this video.
Couldn't hit the nail on the head there, Luke, son. Spot on, absolutely spot on. Like I said, what Luke has said is completely accurate. You know, men struggle from different adversities in their life. If they're a single father and they can't see the kids, if they can't get a job due to mental health or their physical stature, those two can comprehend to making mental health more worse. Negativity in life makes mental health worse. Stress makes mental health worse. Now, the most idealistic view on men's mental health is we need to normalise it for men. That's what we need to do. We need to normalise mental health for men. We need to educate them to ask for help when they feel like they need it. Being feminine, there's nothing wrong with being feminine. Showing your emotion, showing your bit of girly side by crying. I'm not saying all girls cry, don't. I'm not sexist about that. It's just being feminine about your emotions. Going to therapy, that will help a lot. Talking to someone about your problems, getting it off your chest and mind, it will reclose your emotions to make them feel more positive. Crying or showing emotion will make you feel better in the long run, because you're getting rid of all those negativity inside of you. And seeking help or encouraging others to get help. That's the best way of doing it. If you can carry on that placebo effect of you getting help and helping others, that is going to make a big fucking change in this world. It really is, and you could be one of the people to start it. Now, we haven't got into my view on men's mental health. This is what it is. I feel like, my interpretation of it is, I feel like men are embarrassed to ask for help. They feel independent. I feel like men are embarrassed. And I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong in the aspect. At the same time, I'm a bit right. I feel like my view on it is this: it's not talked about enough. It's really not talked about enough. And I feel like if more people talk about it, more people will acknowledge people who are suffering in these times, especially with coronavirus, when you're enclosed in your four walls, if you're following the rules. And yeah, trust me, I know what it's like to have those off days. I know what it's like to feel depressed or feel like you've got no one and you want to end it all. I know what it's like. But please, for your own sake, for your family's sake, and for your friends' sake, stay on this planet. Because we only get one ticket in life. Ride it out. Ride it out. So that is my view on men's mental health. I know it's a very touchy subject, and yeah, I'm just gonna say like and subscribe, and hopefully you can, share with people who are suffering at the moment or have got any mental health problems or been diagnosed, or they have had past suicidal thoughts. Please, let's break the stigma, let's educate people and break the mould, and let's talk about men's mental health. This is a subject that needs to be clamped on. Big love, much love. My Rants YouTube now got over and out.